All right, welcome back. Thank you for checking this video out. I am Rich Philippone with Six String Fun. I am here in Jersey. You're over there, wherever you are. Let me know below in the comments. Always good to know where everyone is from, especially if these tutorials and these lessons are helpful. Pretty cool to know where everybody is. So this video, pretty easy, I think, for the most part. This is a song that was written by Sammy Hagar. And it was released on the I Never Said Goodbye album from, I think it was 1987. It was actually right between 5150 hit and, it was after 5150 and before OU 812. I think he had one more album he needed to do, and that one kind of fell right in between the two. So the version on the album, great version, loved it. I mean, loved it from the get-go, especially towards the end. There's a vocal section where he's just soaring, and it's amazing. It's just classic, Sammy Hagar, which to me made that song. And then back in 93, which was when they released, Van Halen released the Live Right Here, Right Now video, as well as the double CD. The double CD had a solo song by him, which he did, which was Give to Live. And then on the video, he did a solo version of the song Eagles Fly. So completely stripped down, him and an acoustic guitar. It's just a great version though. I mean, I heard that, I needed to learn how to play it. So, I mean, I've had, this one in the back of the head for quite a while now to do hopefully with you here. So it's pretty straightforward. It's a G chord. It is a C add 9 chord. And then you're kind of just going to play with the bass line a little bit there. Back to the G, and then there's a D in there. And a couple of other little chords thrown in there, like during the solo section, something along those lines there. So, but pretty straightforward. So if you're a beginner, even early intermediate, I think this is certainly something you can learn how to do. Straightforward chords, open chords, standard tuning. So what we'll do is we're going to take a closer look at this, and we're going to get going on this. All right. All right. So let's take a closer look at Eagles Fly by Sammy Hagar. Again, the main chords, you got a G. You got your C add 9. All right, and then really one of the major things you'll be doing is just kind of alternating the bass notes. So if you got that C add 9, just walk it down to the B at times. And then back to the G, right? And then you're gonna be throwing in a D in there as well. But we'll get to that, all right? So, beginning of the song, again, from how I've heard it over the, going back to when I first heard it acoustic, I don't know if he still does it the same way currently with the circle, but it's just a G chord. That's how it starts. And then it goes down to that C. And then you're going to walk that bass line, okay? So altogether it's going to be... I did there, again, I played the G, I played that C add 9, I alternated the bass notes between the C and the B, back to the G. That was it. So it's all about just listening to the song to get a feel for the timing. That's all it really is, okay? Okay, and that goes right into the verse, and it's pretty straightforward, just the same chords basically. Okay, and then you're going to go right into the verse, the chorus, I should say. And that's where that D comes in. Okay, so it's... Take me away. So what am I doing there? It's the D chord, right? And then you're just kind of basically doing two different walk downs. The one which we've already done on the A string, right? So your C to the B to the open A. And the same thing on the low E string, on the 6th string. G, F sharp, E. So it's... that C add 9 becomes your turnaround to get back into the verse, which is basically verse 2. So that's really, I mean, you got your intro, you got your verse, and you got your chorus at that point with basically 3 chords, the bass line, you know, you alternate, and then that walk down. Okay, that's really it. The only difference being here, or the thing you should add to it, is that there's a bit of a, I'm not going to call it a solo, but there's a breakdown, you know, where a solo could be, I guess, if you want to go there. And it's kind of based around the D shape, but going into some different sounds, basically. So it's the D. So all I'm really doing there is playing that D shape, right? And at that point, I'm going to be doing a walk up now. I'm using my pinky because it's just easier for me. And I'm going to go high E string. I'm adding the 4th fret and then the 5th fret. And then when I hit that 5th one, I'm moving the shape up a whole step basically to an E shape, or an E chord, I should say, using the D shape. Same thing. Back to that D. E. And then I'm just going to change the pattern here, or the order. Instead of going up, I'm going to come down. Right? So let's try it again. Right? So it's going there. And then I think he's done it a couple different ways. So whatever sounds good to you, I guess. You can put the A in there, just that triad. And I guess it's kind of like a, I don't even know what that is. It's just kind of like maybe a B flat or a C potentially. But it just kind of sounds good to you. I mean, there's no real right way of doing it. It's kind of just a little solo or a breakdown. Bring it back to the D. And then for effect, if you want, you can kind of slow it down, stop it. And then he gives the big hat. And that's really, you know, the song for the most part. Again, not saying this is 100% accurate, but how I've played it, how you can play it, you can add your own little things to it. It sounds great. Again, you know, I'm kind of, you know, going for those 3-chord songs, something that you can do if you're a beginner, if you're intermediate. This is something you can definitely break out at an open mic night, you know, at a coffee shop somewhere, coffee house. And it just works. I think it goes over really well. And, you know, again, you're just kind of using regular open chords, key of G, basically. So, you know, that's how I play it. All right, so there you have it. Pretty straightforward. Just a handful of chords. Again, that's all it really is. So, you know, give it a shot. Like I said, originally released on the I Never Said Goodbye album by Sammy Hagar. But you could probably find something on YouTube. As far as the live performance, again, it was the one that I remember best was 1983 Live Right Here, Right Now, where he did it solo. And then if I remember correctly, it was back in 95 on the Balance tour with Van Halen. I think there was a pay-per-view of the band doing a show from Toronto, and he did it in that show as well. The only difference with that one is that towards the end, the whole band kicks in. So it's pretty cool just seeing the band play along with them. But again, thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you soon.